It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're live, large and in charge. It's a Thursday morning. All kinds of deliciousness going on in the kitchen right now with Abigail Donnelly. Now, the big question to you at home, have you ever heard of a Telefoon pudding? It's a very, very old Afrikaans dessert, and it comes from the days when people had party lines, they were called, that were connected through a central exchange or a phone system way back in the platteland. And a recipe would then be passed over the phone from one cook to the next. You're like, oh, operator, could you please connect me to Mevrouw de Villiers? And then the conversation would go. And in the background, you'd hear the Briel singing, "Dit het gebeur op het trein naar Pretoria." Those times. And today we have a very special lady passing on a recipe to us, as I mentioned earlier on, the legendary Abigail Donnelly. Good to see you.
Ah, it's good to see you.
What a recipe you've brought.
I know, it's amazing. So what we did with this beautiful new issue of Taste, because it's winter and it's puddings and it's bread pudding and it's chocolate and orange pudding, Jean, who is a colleague at Taste, she did her Omar's pudding, which is a telephone pudding. And when you say that kind of system of the telephones, I remember growing up in Zim and often picking up the phone. I was like 13, like listening into conversations, but nothing was too
Other people's conversations.
Other people's conversations.
Abigail, my
I know,
word.
bad girl.
So then, by
so
what you've just explained, one telephone pudding doesn't necessarily taste the same as another telephone.
Well, I wouldn't imagine it because I'm sure there's lost in translation down the line. So, but this pudding is a great pudding. So obviously it's been perfected over the years.
All right.
So this is to Jean's Omar.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful. Let's get started.
So it's really easy and it's accessible and it's kind of things that you've got in your pantry. So it's just butter and sugar. Altogether, use quite a bit of sugar, but it's also kind of a self-sourcing pudding. So you've got your butter and sugar, and then you just cream it.
Yeah.
Until it's nice. I mean, you can do it by hand, you can do it with your electric mixer.
Your butter obviously at room temperature.
Always at room temperature. My little trick is that my granny taught me, my nana, was if you are quick and the sun's not shining and you can't put the bowl outside and you don't have a microwave these days, then you just grate your butter. And that helps it. Because, you know, sometimes you put it in, and I have done it myself, and you put in the hard butter and then your sugar, and then like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to cream it with your mixer?
So I'm not going to do it like kind of like that.
There we go.
But it is chili in Cape Town, yeah.
It is extra chili.
Yeah, so obviously cream. I don't think we've got time for cream to make it really,
You know,
so it doesn't matter. So a nice wooden spoon, I don't have one on set, and then you just add your ingredients.
Which
I mean,
are,
it's really
as you
just
said,
plonk it all in. So
bit of milk over there?
Milk, yes.
We've got some eggs.
We've got some eggs, beautiful free-range eggs.
And what are...
And you don't even have to beat them all in, you know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah, I guess back in those days, you know, it was kind of much of a muchness.
Exactly.
You know, those are the ingredients. Gooi hulle by mekaar, Tannie, and do just, you know,
and
sit dit net in die oond. Dit gaan ourite wees.
And then you smother it with more custard and anyway, so it's going to be
Dit gaan alles in een darm in. Eet maar, is lekker.
Okay, and then also your beautiful spice. So you've got cinnamon, ground ginger, gemma, I think it is, gemma.
Yeah, that kind of...
I mean, just smell that. I mean, it's just beautiful. I love ground ginger.
That smacks of winter, just winter comfort.
It is, hey, yeah. And then some nutmeg.
Beautiful.
And if you don't have all these, you can do mixed spice as well. And then bicarb. And then...
some appelkoos confit.
Yes, exactly. You can use a little marmalade. I made this pudding at the weekend, and I chopped in some canned apples. Unsweetened pineapples, at least, or pears, strained.
Okay.
So you can put that into the batter, and then you can add some raisins if you want, some sultanas, whatever. And then we just mix it up.
You've got to tell me, while you were intruding on people's conversations and listening in at the age of 12.
Well, don't tell me you wouldn't do that.
What? Maybe I might have. But what were some of the more interesting things you heard?
Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. I was 12, 13. I can't even remember. It wasn't that exciting, because if it was exciting, I would have remembered.
Wow.
Anyway, so this is, so look how easy peasy this is.
Wonderful.
And then you just fold in the flour.
And the extra sugar and water that you've got over there,
so then we're going to do that. Look at that.
That looks... I mean, you didn't even have to cream it with the hand mixer.
No, you don't have to.
It kind
it's going to be
works itself in.
Exactly. Look at that. You've got a beautiful batter. So then just don't waste another bowl of cleaning it up. You've got some more sugar here. And
Shoo.
I think that's a cup.
Baie seker.
Yeah. And some boiling water.
Okay. And that's going to create the
And that's
base
going to
sauce.
create, yes. And that's going to keep it nice and moist.
And then does your
then just-
batter go in there?
Yes, you
Oh,
mustn't
wow.
stir it in there. Because I would kind of wanted to do that at the weekend and then obviously read the recipe again. Thank goodness I didn't do that. So always follow a bit of the baking recipe. Other recipes you can just make your own, but baking is obviously a science, and so is this telephone pudding. And it looks really weird.
It does, doesn't
Hey,
it?
look how funny it looks. It looks
I mean,
like
we did a science experiment this morning, and it just looks like you just dissected a few brains and mashed them up into...
I mean, yeah, if I didn't know any better and know that it actually came from Jean, I'd be like, my gosh, what's going on here in this recipe?
Hey, but the proof of the pudding is
I
in the
wonder,
eating,
you
right?
know what, I was wondering if you didn't want the sugar and the water, I wonder what it would work like with apple juice, maybe.
Ooh.
I think it would work.
Well, now you can
Apple
get creative. How about cranberry?
Or lemon gold.
Lemon gold.
Lemon gold juice.
Cranberry juice,
Lemon
that
gold
looks
is
nice
in
and
now.
clear colour as well.
Yes.
That could work quite
And a little bit of lemon peel. You know, you can just make it your own. A little bit of lemon peel or, not lemon peel, zest or orange zest. Also nice.
That could work quite nicely.
And
then you pop that in the oven
just-
for how long?
Then you just pop that in the oven. Oh, I have to look at
45
the
minutes.
recipe. Is
Okay,
it?
well, listen, the recipe is on our website,
Yeah, I think mine was,
expressoshow.com.
it was 180 degrees, and I think it was about 35 minutes, but I could be
35
wrong.
minutes,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
'Cause you can
And then
imagine that if
and
you're-
then it just bubbles all around the side. The sugar turns a light caramel, and
It's going to be beautiful,
There we
moist
have.
inside
there we
a
have. I'll pick this up
telephone
for the
pudding.
camera. And this is a beautiful telephone pudding, and then of course
Yes.
you can have it with, but you must eat it warm.
Okay.
Because the sugar
That's important.
is going to crystallize.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
So you must eat it warm. Or if you're going to make it the day before, then warm it up in the oven.
Yes.
And then just smother it with this beautiful custard.
Look at that.
You can do the fresh custard or just vanilla ice cream
Sure.
or creme fraiche or cream.
Surely that's not enough custard, Abigail, is it?
Really? Okay.
I mean, what are we doing
When
here?
is it ever?
Are we
Yeah.
glazing with custard or not?
Yeah,
What is
exactly.
this?
And then you could put ice cream on top if you wanted. You know what would really be nice?
What?
Ideal milk.
Ooh, okay, all
I
right.
love hot pudding and chilled ideal milk.
And then while you're at it, then you
Look at that.
call all the family on the telephone and
Yes.
tell them about your wonderful telephone pudding.
Look.
And you
Look
can
how
eat it
amazing that is.
while you speak
Look.
to them on the telephone. Wonderful.
How beautiful.
Wonderful. Listen, tell me about the inspiration that we can find in the latest Taste
Oh,
magazine.
okay.
Perhaps you want to maybe just page through some of
it's
your
happy
favorites.
meals. So it's food that makes you happy through lockdown. Food always makes us happy, but it's really easy, accessible stuff. We've got winter puddings. We've got easy weekday solutions.
Breads.
Breads. I've done a whole 12-page story on breads, from beautiful brioche kind of mousse boulequets to a beautiful little kind of Irish soda bread, which needs no time rising. It's easy peasy. It went onto Instagram, and we had lots of followers that made it. That is the easy peasy one. And then like a nice challah. But it's really, it was just such a treat to be able to do a bread story, because usually we don't have the luxury, because we like to be kind of more accessible, quick. And this is time spent in the kitchen that you can do.
This is
then
amazing.
and solutions. And then weekday we've got a beautiful Middle Eastern story from Sophia Lindrop, who is a South African, but obviously heritage in Turkey. So we've got beautiful recipes that are really as easy. So it's full. We've got at the back page. Look at the back page.
Back page. Okay, let's go to the back page.
Look at that.
Taste tube, I like that.
Taste Tube, yeah. And that is obviously advertising our Taste Tube, where all our 101 videos are classics and inspiration.
lovely.
And that is a trifle. I mean, look at that. I think that's a vase. That will feed everybody on a good Sunday lunch. And there's a beautiful, Hannah Leary did a beautiful, simple chocolate cake, which you can turn into cupcakes as well. So it's all versatile, roast beautiful chickens. There's a tray chicken bake.
Your winter menu is sorted.
Yeah, there's
And
the
of course,
chocolate
just
cake.
Dessert as
I mean,
well.
how amazing.
Lovely.
And beautiful, just simple sponge that if you want to make into cupcakes as well.
Nom.
So it's, packed with inspiration, and we're just about putting our next one to print.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you very much, Abigail. And of course, if you like the recipe for this Telefoon pudding, you can check it out on our website, expressoshow.com.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Delicious.
Thank you.